cleaned it up pretty good with a wire brush. Got most of the dirt off of it. And off the manifold anyway. Stuck it on. You could use some more cleaning, of course, but looks pretty good for now. And I put the gaskets on it, siliconed it down. I don't see no place it needs paint. Got me new buddy here. Yes, sir. A year old. Kind of lonesome right now. Missing what he thinks is his owner. He follows me around like a dog. Well, of course he is a dog. But first few hours, he's alright. But I got a nice dog. Pretty smart. Mine's pretty good. So, leave him out here. I had him in the yard. He liked the grass, but he'd rather stay here and watch me. Anyway, motor's starting to get buttoned up. I spent half a day on getting the dog, so I didn't really get the lifters clean, the rockers rather, but it all looks good. Manifold's on and siliconed. I didn't torque it down. I just had a bunch of bolts I put in it. I ordered a new bolt kit for it. Stainless. Well, that's what these are, stainless. Maybe not. But I got all the water pump bolts and everything, and so the motor will look pretty good. It's coming together. I don't know what I'm going to do about those valve covers yet. I think I'll try to wire brush them and see if I can get the rust off. And if I can, then I've got some clear in here somewhere, I think. Maybe it's there in that box. But I'll just clear them and see what that looks like. And if I don't like that, then I've got some hemi orange. So I'm probably going to paint the car hemi orange. I played around with the spacing on it again. I lowered it 1 more inch, and everything is still looking pretty good. I got 2.5 inch spacer in there now, and everything's sitting on the frame. I kept all my joints the same here. Looked like I could probably lower it 1 more inch. Right now though, the top of this toe board is flush with the frame, so in order to put mounts on it, if I go another inch down, I'll have to put 2-inch spacer in here. I could do that right behind the door, I suppose. But it all looks pretty good. This business here is keeping its relationship. Looks like the back of this fender still could go down. My cross brace now no longer goes under the front of the fender well, but it's a couple inches off of the tail there. Yeah, I might try lowering it 1 more inch. What's the matter, girl? Yeah. You a good dog? Yes, you a good dog. Yes, you a good dog. Anyway, press on. Got my junkyard dog here. Gonna learn to protect the place. aren't you? Yes, you are. I worked on these valve covers. Got all the rust off. Here's one primer. Another one. Boy, got a case of sneezes. One primered, one hemi orange. I don't really much like that hemi orange on there. It's don't know. Might be alright with an air cleaner. I think I'll let this dry good and spurt some blue on there. See what that looks like. I just lightly sprayed that primered one with the blue. Looks much better. So that's what I'll do, is just paint them blue. I've got that orange one, I didn't paint it very well, but we'll just cover it with blue. I think it'll be fine. Well, to get these really to finish the body up, I need to get the fenders pretty straight. This one looks like it's rusted a little there. It's been cracked right here. The rest of it looks pretty good. Some of these edges are a little rusty. So I basically have to get this all straight. Junkyard dogs having fun here, aren't you? And weld this up a little, get it all beat out flat, because it holds into this piece here. You can see that I dropped it down pretty close to where those motor mounts go. My helper here, are not motor mounts, the body mounts. No, come on. So fender needs to be sorted out. This all needs to be sorted out. I have a dog sitting on me. Lay down. He's fine. So it looks like this, the way it sits now, pretty close to those holes. This body would come down another 1.5 inches. So anyway, that's a plan. I roughly got it where I need to put it. I need to fix this rusty tin here, at least where all of the bolt holes go. I'll probably just weld a plate in there on the back and then drill holes. This bottom part, I'm not sure what needs to be done there, but I need to patch that up. Got a tear there. But anyway, that's the plan. And this other fender is torn up here in the front. I'll have to fix it. Some rust back there. Anyway, I'm gonna have to cut it, get this stuff sorted out. I'm gonna clean this up, see what I can do there, hammer it back together. It's got a little tiny rod in there, probably 1/8 of an inch. I'll probably tack it together with that and then weld a little piece of 1/4-inch rod in it. Anyway, press on. Well, I got this thing done. I welded some more patches in. Got one right here on the side that was broken. And now I'll flip it over, weld the bad side. Well, this mounting spot here was bad. It was all rusted out. You can see up there in front what it looks like. So I welded a plate behind it, and I just made little short beads across there. That's all real solid. This edge here, there's a piece of metal behind it, but apparently there's something that goes through there. I don't know, I may weld a plate in it when I'm done, but that was all rusted out, and so I just welded that up. This one up here is pretty much welded up. It's got plates on the inside. So all in all, it looks pretty good actually, I think. I took my inside brace out. It goes right there. It was all twisted up. I'll put it back in, but for right now I have no idea where it even goes or what it's going to go to. But I think probably this section in here needs some work too. It's pretty rusty. I'm not going to try to really get into fixing that. I'll beat it flat, and it looks like it was overlapped. Maybe I'll put a little weld on the inside of it. Probably look something like this. I'll weld this up, but I'm trying to get the front of this fender to where it kind of looked right. So the two or three places I worked on are patched. I used stainless steel up there, and this is just regular old steel back here. But I need to do a little more work on it. Looks like this stuff is just really too thin to save. And I think this is what bolts into the gal. I'm not sure, but I got some 14 gauge metal. Once I can figure out what I'm doing here, then I'll probably just cut that one out of there and weld a good one in. Who knows? That's what I made that patch there out of. This was just given to me at the steel place. I bought a whole lot of steel, and I said, "Oh, with that little piece, can I have it?" And they said, "Sure." Anyway, we've got a lot of rust in here. This is a good candidate for that rust converter. I'll try to wire brush by hand some of that loose stuff off of here, and put some converter on it. I think before I do that, I'm just going to go set it on and see what it looks like. There's that done. Nice and smooth, pretty much. I took the flapper wheel to it. It was just taking too long by hand, but my patches look good. I welded that one there on top. It turned out real nice, good and strong. So anyway, there's Mr. Fender. Now I'll go see if I can stick it on the truck and see what it looks like. Well, now that the fender is good, turned out real nice. Patches are good. I made that one a little bit of the wrong angle, but I beat it into submission. And I lowered this 1 more inch. Again, the front's where it should be. I just clamped another inch into the thing. So this right now is 1 inch below the frame. I'm still holding my alignment pretty good in here. Looks like I'm about 3/8 of an inch, maybe 1/2 inch. You can see that little piece over there, over this front bracket. I look down in here and I can see about 1/2 an inch. Really, this cowl should come down even more. I might be able to lower this front another 1/2 an inch. But I got my brackets at a 90 and this thing bolted onto the frame. Probably if I lower this 1/2 of an inch, and this part maybe 3/8. I don't know. Looks like I might just be able to lower it because my crack is opening up at the bottom. That's going to bring my cowl right down to the almost to the metal. I can weld a nut there on that where that bolt is. Weld that into the frame. This is no big deal to move this, you know, some increment other than 1 inch. Only thing it'll do is raise this back. Yeah, I just leave it right there on the back and drop it forward. It'll raise this a little. Again, I'm not really too concerned about that, but the fender's now up and sitting proud. That might be twisted out just a little bit. Yeah, it looks like it's twisted a little too high. I've got a brace in here. Oh, boy, it's not. I guess I should have looked at that before I welded it all up. It ain't weld. Don't know what I'll do about that, but this has got to be, might be, I've got it too high back here too. Yeah, that was probably kind of it. Yeah, I also need to change the angle of that bracket right there, so I can pull this down. I think what I'll do is get this bottom straight. And then I'll try to bend around on this the bottom edge. Need to clamp it up. I welded really good there, good braces, but I'll be able to straighten it. Yeah, that's a little better already. Actually, what should happen is this should be split in here somewhere. Well, I don't know. We'll see. I'll weld this other one up and mount it. And it hasn't been butchered too much in that same area down there in the bottom, but I think I can this lip's holding it right in here. I may be able just to split this in 2 or 3 places. Yeah, maybe another one right there. I got it real close. It's out too far, I know, because I couldn't really pull it in good. But that's a minor detail. At least the fender's straight. Well, kind of straight. And I can also bend me a piece of round rod to the 3/8 rod in there. That's probably what I should do. And then this brace in there looks like it can still go into the frame. Don't have any more clamps. I clamped that. Let me see if I can find something, see what that changes. Well, I clamped that bracket. That actually helped it a little. Brought it down. But it really tweaked the back end a lot. So, try to get jack stand under it. Untweak it. Well, that's close to level again. Really had to put some force in it. Looks like it's reacting right in here. Kind of straight. Well, anyway, I'll have to get this back straight, and I welded a big plate in here because it had a cutout in it. I'm not sure what I'll have to do there. That happens when you start welding stuff and you don't have it on the car. But I'm pretty sure from here back is pretty good. And I might, I hate to cut my patch out. Maybe I'll do it right next to it, but I could probably split this, take a little out, turn it around. Anyway, this fender is really solid now. It's going to be bolted into the frame there, bolted in here, and then bolted to the running board. These are the headlight bracket mounts. I don't have any of that yet, but that'll tie the two fenders together pretty good. Got me some spring compressors. I got 10-inch ones. I didn't even think about it, but they really wouldn't go in there. I can kind of hook them on the whatever those arms are, control arms. I can probably squash them a little. I don't know why that spring is up so high, but the shocks went in with them all the way down, and so this front end's gonna work out, I think. I wanted to squish them to get the right ride height. I'll still play with those. I just didn't mess with it. I thought I was going to have them just to get the shocks in, but they were fine. Stock Mustang 2 shocks, 79 Ford, I think, or something. Anyway, this fender's straight and in, on. I have to take a little out of it or something, and I lowered it. It's now 1 inch below the frame. I may try to get this last ½ inch out of here. Probably will. I might just try to take it out of the front first, out of the cowl, see if that closes my gap. I'd like to keep that parallel with the frame. Going to be kind of fun, make a running board for it. I mean, floor. Don't know how I'll do that. Probably just bring it straight over and weld a 1 inch piece on it or something, and then just bolt the floor to that toe board. But I'm good enough with this blast shield. It's being covered up by the frame. Does look like it go a little lower there and back, but I think I'm real close to final on this thing. Final measuring. Anyway, guys, another day in the saga. Got one fender in and welded solid. Got it rust converted. tomorrow I guess I'll get to work on this one here. It's in pretty good shape. You can see that bend right there. I really welded the other one up. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. But anyway, we'll get this in. Get this front all welded up strong. Press on from there. Kind of the final note, I just painted those valve covers on this thing blue, and they look fine. I thought it was going to be too much, but no, it looks okay. So I got a couple little runs in them, and I wiped them with lacquer thinner, which leaves dust. But I'll do a little sanding on it, and I'll put a final coat on those things. They'll look real good, and I can go ahead and put my valve cover gaskets on and button this thing up, and then I'll do my bolt skid here. I'll do the oil pan.